The Old Man at the Bridge is a short story written by Ernest Hemingway, first published in 1938, during the Spanish Civil War. The story is a powerful reflection on the human cost of war, the vulnerability of civilians, and the helplessness of those caught in the conflict. Below is a brief summary, an analysis of the story. Summary of The Old Man at the Bridge. The story takes place during the Spanish Civil War, at a bridge outside a town on the Ebro River. A soldier, who is part of a group retreating from the advancing enemy forces, encounters an old man sitting on the side of the road, seemingly abandoned by everyone else. The soldier is on his way to the front but takes a moment to speak with the old man. The old man explains that he had been forced to leave his home in the town and flee with others as the enemy approached. He is exhausted, disheveled, and helpless, unable to continue his journey. His primary concern is for the animals he had to leave behind, his cat and his other animals, because he fears for their safety and well-being. The soldier tries to comfort the old man, suggesting that he should move to a safer location, but the old man cannot bring himself to leave. He is emotionally paralyzed by the thought of abandoning his beloved animals. The soldier, although sympathetic, must leave to fulfill his military duties. He tells the old man to follow him, but the old man remains, sitting at the bridge, still concerned about his animals. The soldier continues on, leaving the old man behind, as the story ends with a sense of sadness and futility. Themes and analysis. 1. The futility of war. The old man symbolizes the many civilians who are caught up in the chaos and destruction of war. His helplessness and inability to escape the situation highlight the futility of war, especially for the innocent who have no control over the violence around them. The old man's suffering is a stark contrast to the soldier's focused, impersonal duty. 2. Displacement and loss. The old man is a victim of displacement, having been forced to leave his home and everything he knows. His emotional attachment to his animals, especially the cat, represents the small, personal things that people cherish in life. War takes these things away, and the old man is left with nothing but his fear and sorrow. 3. Helplessness and isolation. The old man is physically isolated at the bridge, but this isolation also reflects his emotional and existential state. He is detached from the world around him, unable to move forward or return to his home. The soldier, who represents the detached nature of war, cannot offer any real help and must continue his mission, leaving the old man to face his fate alone. 4. Compassion versus duty. The story contrasts the soldier's duty with his fleeting compassion for the old man. While the soldier feels sympathy, he is ultimately focused on his own responsibilities and the larger scale of the war, which prevents him from offering any meaningful assistance to the old man. This speaks to the dehumanizing effect of war, where individual suffering is overlooked for the sake of broader goals. 5. The innocence of the old man. The old man, with his concern for his animals, represents innocence in the face of a brutal, unforgiving world. His attachment to his animals is a simple, pure form of love that is destroyed by the war. In contrast, the soldier is part of the military machine, a cog in the larger war effort, unable to truly connect with the suffering of the old man. Symbolism. The bridge. The bridge in the story serves as a symbol of transition and separation. The old man is caught between two worlds, his past life, which is now inaccessible due to the war, and an uncertain future that he is too disoriented to face. The bridge represents both a literal and figurative crossing that the old man cannot make. The animals. The old man's concern for his animals symbolizes the small, personal attachments that give life meaning. The animals represent the old man's sense of home and normalcy, which war has taken away from him. His inability to leave the bridge reflects his emotional paralysis, unable to separate himself from the loss of his beloved creatures. conclusion, The Old Man at the Bridge is a poignant and tragic story that captures the personal and emotional toll of war. Through the encounter between the soldier and the old man, Hemingway highlights themes of displacement, loss, and the dehumanizing effects of conflict. The old man's plight serves as a reminder of the countless innocent civilians whose lives are shattered by war, while the soldier's indifference underscores the cold, impersonal nature of military duty. The story leaves readers with a sense of sadness and futility, emphasizing the senselessness of war and the helplessness of those who are its victims. Moral of the story teaches that war doesn't just destroy cities and armies, it also destroys the lives of ordinary people, leaving them isolated, helpless, and often forgotten. It is a call for empathy and awareness of the human cost of conflict, urging us to consider the innocent victims of war and the simple, yet profound, losses they endure.